Hello friends, today we will discuss about combination of resistors. Now, mainly we combine the resistors by series combination, parallel and series and parallel. So first of all, we will discuss about series combination of resistors. Right, friends, you already studied this series and parallel combination of resistors in your standard 10. Right, now we again studied this topic in standard 12. Right, so first of all, series combination of resistors. So here in series combination we connect the resistors such a way that the current passes through these resistors are same. So the series combination is like this. The resistor R1, R2 and R3 connected such a way that the current passes through these resistors remains same. Right. So here this is the battery. Okay. So here the voltage of battery is V. Now, here the current passes from these resistors R1, R2 and R3 are same. Right. So here the current will be same in resistor R1, R2 and R3. But see friends, here there are three resistors. So this potential, or we can say this voltage, is divided in three parts because there are three resistors. If there are two resistors, then voltage is divided into two parts. So the voltage of resistor R1 is V1, the voltage of resistor R2 is V2 and the voltage of resistor R3 is V3. So here total voltage V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Right. So here total voltage V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Right. Now we already discussed about the Ohm's law. Right. The equation of Ohm's law is V is equals to IR. Right. So we know that V is equals to IR is equals to. So here V is equals to IR. V1. Again V is equals to IR, but here there is a series combination and the current will be same in each resistor. So V1 is equals to I as it is, but resistor R1 plus V2 current will be same, resistor R2 plus V3 current will be same, R3. Right, so V is equals to IR, V1 IR1, V2 IR2, V3 IR2. So here current will be common, so we will get IR is equals to, here I common, so R1 plus R2 plus R3. So here I cancel, so R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So in series combination, the equivalent resistance is R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If there are two resistors are there, then R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2. But if there are n resistors, then in series combination R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 up to Rn. Right. So you have to remember the formula of equivalent resistance for series combination is R is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now if I say R1 is equals to R2 is equals to R3, so here if the resistance are same, so R1 is equals to R2 is equals to R3, so equivalent resistance is equals to R plus R plus R, so 3R. So if the resistance are same, then here for this series combination of three resistors, equivalent resistance is 3R. So if n resistors are there, then R is equivalent is equals to n R, right? So if series combination is there, so the value of equivalent resistance is always higher than the value of resistance, right? Again friends, see series combination of resistor. So in series combination, the resistors are combined such a way that the current will be remain same in each resistor. So here current will be remain same. Now here this voltage will be divided into three parts, because here there are three resistors are there. So for R1 voltage will be V1, for R2 V2, R3 V3. So here total potential V is equals to V1 plus V2 plus V3. But from the equation of Ohm's law, we know that V is equals to I. So V1 IR1, V2 IR2, V3 IR3. So here I cancel. So we will get equivalent resistance of series resistors is R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 up to Rn. Right. Now if these three resistance are same, then R1 is equals to R2 is equals to R3. So here we define this by R. So R equivalent is equals to value of R1 R plus R2 R plus R3 R. So equivalent resistance is 3R. Right. So if there are n resistors, then R equivalent will be n R. Right. So this is the series combination of resistor. Now parallel combination of resistor. Now here in parallel combination of resistors, the resistors are combined such a way that the one side of resistor is connected at one point and another side of resistor is connected to the another point. So here this is point A and this is point B. So one side of resistor is connected to A like this, and another side of resistor is connected to B like this. Now here this is the battery having potential V. Right, this is resistor R1, this is R2 and this is R3. Now here current from this battery is I. Now here current at point A will be divided into three parts, because here there are three resistors are there. So current flowing in resistor R1 is I1, current flowing through R2 is I2 and current flowing from R3 is I3. So here total current is divided into three parts. So here the equation will be like this: I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Right. Now here you can see that there are three paths are there. If we want to go from point A to point B, so there are three paths like this. First one is A R1B, second one A R2B, and third one is A R3B. So here there are three paths are there. So this potential will be remain same, because here if the path is A R1B, so V is passed from this. If the path is A R2B, then for A R2B potential is V. Right. So we can say that in series connection current will be same and V change. right? And in parallel, current will be changed and V remains same, right? So you have to simply remember that for series connection current will be same, voltage will be changed, and for parallel current change and voltage same. Now we know that, friends, the equation of Ohm's law, V is equals to IR. Now if we want to find out I, then from this equation we can write that I is equals to V upon R. So I is equals to V upon R. Now I1. So for I1 voltage will be same, but resistor is R1. So I1 is equals to V upon R1 plus I2 V upon R2, I3 V upon R3. Right? Here V will be same. So here we take V common. So V by R is equals to V common. So we will get 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Right? So here V cancel. So we will get 1 upon R is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Right? So in parallel combination of resistors, the equivalent resistance 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now, if there are n resistors, so we can write that 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 up to so on 1 upon Rn. Right? So if there are n resistors, then the formula of equivalent resistance is 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 up to 1 by R. Again, friends, if the resistance are same, that means if R1 is equals to R2 is equals to R3 is equals to R, then 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1, that means R plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So here LCM is R. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 3. So 1 by R equivalent is equals to 3 by R. So we can write that here in this case R equivalent is equals to R by 3. Right? So if there are n resistors, then we can write that R equivalent is equals to R by n. Right? So here in series connection, the equivalent resistance is always less than the maximum value of resistance. Right? So this is the series and parallel combination of resistance. Right? Friends, you have to remember the formula of equivalent resistance for series and parallel connection, and this for series connection current will be same, voltage change, and for parallel connection current will be change and voltage remain same. Right? So this is the series and parallel combination of resistors. Now we will move forward to our next topic a bit. First of all, we solve some examples related to this theory, series and parallel combination of resistors. Now you already know the formula of equivalent resistance of series and parallel connection. For series connection, R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 up to so on, and for parallel connection 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 up to so on. Right? So we know the formula of equivalent resistance for series and parallel connection. Right? So we move forward to our next example. which is in exercise example number 3. So see here friends. The three resistors 1 ohm, 2 ohm and 3 ohm are combined in series. What is the total resistance of combination? So here there are three resistors. So R1 is equals to 1 ohm, R2 is equals to 2 ohm and R3 is equals to 3 ohm. We have to find out equivalent resistance. So we know the formula for series combination. R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So 1 plus 2 plus 3. So in series connection of this resistor, the equivalent resistance is 6 ohm. Right? Now thereafter, if the combination is connected to a battery of EMF 12 volt and negligible internal resistance, obtain the potential drop across each resistor. So here like this, here these three resistors are connected in series like this, and this is connected to the battery having EMF of 12 volt. So here potential V is equals to 12 volt. We know the value of R1 1 ohm, here R2 2 ohm and R3 3 ohm. Right? Now here we have to find out the potential drop across each resistor. So potential drop across R1 is V1. So we know the formula. Here for series connection, current will be same. So V1 is equals to IR1, V2 IR2 and V3 IR2. So to find out potential drop across each resistor, first of all we have to find out current. So we know the formula, V is equals to IR. So I is equals to V upon R, value of V 12 and the equivalent resistance is 6. So here the current is 2 ampere. So I is equals to 2 ampere. Now voltage drop across the first resistor R1 is V1. So V1 is equals to IR1, value of I2 R1 1. So 2 into 1 2 1. Then potential drop across second resistor R2. So V2 is equals to IR2. So I2, value of I2 2. So 2 into 2 4 1. Potential drop across resistor R3, V3 is equals to IR3. Value of I2 R3 3. So 2 into 3 6 1. Right? So potential drop across first resistor is 2 volt, second 4 volt and third 6 volt. Right? So if you remember the formula for series and parallel combination of resistors, you can easily find out the equivalent resistance, current and potential drop. Right? Or we can say voltage drop. Now we move forward to our next example, that is example number 4. So see example number 4. Three resistors 2, 4 and 5 ohm are combined in parallel. What is the total resistance of this combination? So here there are three resistors 2, 4 and 5. So R1 2, R2 4 ohm and R3 5 ohm. We have to find out equivalent resistance. So here these resistors are connected in parallel. So the formula will be 1 by R equivalent is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That means 1 upon value of R1 2 plus 1 upon value of R2 4 plus 1 upon value of R3 5. So here LCM of 2, 4 and 5 is 20. So here 2 is there. So 10 plus 4. So 5 plus here 5 is there. So 4. So 1 by R equivalent is equals to 19 by 20. we have to find out equivalent resistance. So R equivalent is equals to 20 by 19 ohm, right? So this is the equivalent resistance. Now if the combination is connected to a battery of 20 volt and negligible internal resistance, determine the current through each resistor and total current drawn from the battery. So here these resistors R1, which is 2 ohm, R2 4 ohm, and R3 5 ohm. These resistors are connected in series with a battery having potential, or we can say EMF is 20 volt. So V is equals to 20 volt. So here we have to find out the current. So here in first resistor, so here for R total current is I. So current passes from this resistor R1 is I1, from R2 I2, and from R3 I3. Now we already discussed about this concept. The formula of current is I is equals to V by R. So I1 is equals to V by R1. So I1 is equals to V by R1, value of V 20 upon R1 2. So current will be 10 ampere. Current in resistor R2, V upon R2. So 20 upon value of R2 4. So 5 ampere. Now current from resistor R3, I3 is equals to V by R3. So 20 by 5. So 4 ampere. Right. Now here in this example we have to find out total current drawn from the battery. So total current drawn from the battery, I is equals to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So I is equals to value of I1 10, I2 5 plus I3 4. So total current drawn from battery is 19 ampere. Right. So these are the examples which are based on the series and parallel combination of resistors. Right. Now we move forward toward next example, which is example number 6. See, a negligibly small current is passed through a wire of length 15 meter. So here length is given, L is equals to 15 meter, and uniform cross section 6 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter square. So here cross section area is given, area is equals to 6 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter square, and its resistance is measured to be 5 ohm. So here resistance R is equals to 5 ohm. So what is the resistivity of the material at the temperature of the experiment? So here we have to find out the resistivity, rho. So we know the formula, R is equals to rho L by A. So here we have to find out resistivity rho. So if we formulate rho, then rho is equals to RA upon L. So rho is equals to value of R 5, area 6 into 10 raised to minus 7 upon length 50. So here 5 into 3 into 2. So resistivity rho is equals to 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 ohm into meter. Right. So this is very easy example. Right. Length, area and resistance is given. We have to find out the resistivity rho. So simply we use the formula R is equals to rho L by T. So from this formula we can easily find out the value of resistivity, which is 2 into 10 raised to minus 7 ohm into meter. Right. Now we move forward to our next example, which is example number 13. Right. So now see friends, example number 13. The question will be like this: the number density of free electron in a copper conductor estimated in example 3.1 is 8.5 into 10 raised to 28. So here the number density is given. So number density is small n, 8.5 into 10 raised to 28 meter raised to minus. How long does an electron take to drift from one end of a wire 3 meter long to its other end? So here the length of the wire is given, L is equals to 3 meter. So here L is equals to 3 meter. Here the area of cross section is given, area A is equals to 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. 2 into 10 raised to minus 6 meters square, and it is carrying the current of 3 ampere. So here current I is equals to 3 ampere. Now here in this example we have to find out how long does an electron take to drift from one end to other end. So here we have to find out the time to drift electron from one end to another end. So we have to find out time t. Right. Now we know the formula. Right. J is equals to NEVD. Right. But we know that J is equals to I by A. So from here we can write that I by A is equals to NE. But drift velocity, here in this example length is given and we have to find out time. So we already know the formula of velocity. Velocity is equals to distance by time. So here drift velocity is equals to distance, which is L by time t. Right. Here Vd is equals to L by t. Velocity is equals to distance by time. So here in this example we have to find out time. So here if we formulate time t, so time t is equals to NELA upon I. Right. So here we formulate t, so NEAL upon I. So time t is equals to value of n, number density 8.5 into 10 raised to 28. E charge of electron 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. Length 3. Cross sectional area 2 into 10 raised to minus 6. Divided by, here the current is 3. So here 3 cancel. So if you calculate this, then you will get time t is equals to 27200 second. 27200 second. Right. So if you calculate this, so you will get time t is equals to 27200 second. So simply here we use the formula of current density. J is equals to NEVD. but we know that J is equals to I by A and drift velocity distance by time. So J I by A and drift velocity Vd L by T. So here we have to find out time. So here we formulate time T is equals to NELA by I. We know the value of N, E, L, A and I. So if we put the values of N, E, A, L and I, so we get answer time T is equals to 27200 seconds. Okay. Thank you.